Well, now that I've said all that tea, my phone is blowing up, so it's time to start the show. Welcome, everyone, to the podcast that asks the most important question of the day, the week.
Did you read the group chat?
The year. Did you read the group chat?
The moment.
The moment.
Did you keep up with the group chat?
I did not. Today was busy. What was going on? I looked, I was like 70, yeah.
Did you mute the group chat today?
Did you mute the group chat whenever it turned into the genius bar?
Yeah.
That's a little peek into what it's like to be in any group chat with Jeff.
That's so funny. That's so fun. We were still in bed, and Adam was like, "Have you looked at the group chat?" And I was like, "No, I'm still in bed."
Wait, what time was it?
I
was still in bed.
Yeah,
it was 8 o'clock hour.
The very few times that Adam will pipe in.
I know when Casey wakes up because she starts responding.
You start getting the TikToks incoming. I mean, at that point, we had walked the dogs, and I think we were having breakfast around that time.
Imagine.
Are you guys in Marfa?
We are in Marfa, Southwest region.
Oh, it's so Marfy.
Far west.
Oh, I
Texas
actually
region.
see Brandon in the back of Jeff's.
Wave your
video.
left hand.
So famously, the Marfa Gaze only has 2 doors, and interior, that is a door to the bedroom, which is a door Delano right in front of me, and then a door to where the toilet is. There are no other doors anywhere in the house, which is, a compliment we get from lots of guests.
Why it's an Airbnb. Yeah.
A comment.
We call that a wide open concept.
Yeah.
Open and airy is how we like to refer to it.
Open and airy.
It's all just like doorways, but not actual like doors.
Doorways where the door that was previously there was removed. In some cases, the hinge still exists, but there's no door present.
Did you guys removed all the doors, or they were already gone?
The previous owner removed the doors, and
it was a design choice.
It was a very conscious design choice. And the doors here, this is an Adobe house, so it was built in the 1920s.
So
and the doors are
you can print up your PDF.
Creative Cloud. Yeah.
The doors are a non-standard size, so you can't just get a door.
You can't go to Home Depot.
You need those Western saloon doors.
Yes, every comedy girl.
And if you were gonna get a door, Adam, you'd have to drive 3 hours to get it.
So do people not live in Marfa, or what's the
People live in
appeal?
Marfa.
I guess I'm very confused.
As
You're making it seem like Marfa is a ghost town, and you're the only house that's present in the town.
It's a small town. There are probably.
Is it like woo woo? Is that why people go there?
Yeah. Is it? What's it?
Sedona?
Sedona.
Is it like Sedona? Why people go
I don't
to
think.
Sedona?
I don't think it's not nearly as big as Sedona or Santa Fe. There's probably 1,200 people that live here. The town is about a mile wide in a square, 1 mile. There's not a stoplight. But
there's not a Starbucks.
There's not a Starbucks. You do have a Dairy Queen. That's the only fast food
That's all you
option.
need.
God, that's all you need.
We can't bring her up today because last week I had to go immediately after record.
Yes, and we Adam and I don't have the time.
We don't have the time.
schedules
We are booked.
Booked and blessed.
We can't run to Dairy Queen. Although I will say, Miss Chocolate Dip Strawberry slapped.
That sounds good.
Great.
We could go. We could walk to the Dairy Queen. It's about.
So what's
Is it a grill and chill or just a plain old Jane?
What is
grill and chill.
Marfa's thing that makes it viable to even own a Airbnb? That piece of art behind
the big draw is art. So in the 1970s, a famous artist by the name of Donald Judd, who was big in New York.
Poor Judd is dead.
He is dead. He died in the 90s. I have no idea. Casey and I are lost. But Donald Judd is dead. He died in the 90s. He purchased a former military base here and turned it into a modern art museum. So he has his art, No Snoopy, Dan Flavin, and other modern artists. People come from around the world to see
You don't gotta get that detailed. They're all walking away from the computer. It's fine.
I mean, I saw Casey yawn.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the town on
what
Apple
happened?
Maps.
Yeah,
What happened is Cupcake was sitting on my wireless keyboard, and I could hear it. And I could hear it, and so I had to go over there and switch it off.
It's just a tiny little town with a lot of modern art, and people come out here for the landscape and to be remote and far away from things. So it's very off the grid. So
and it's well, and also it's like since it is so like off the grid and like wide open, you can see the light, the Marfa lights, so you can see the stars.
No light pollution.
The Marfa lights are a phenomenon where you see these like shaking things from the distance, allegedly.
Well, when we ever do the Ampliverse corporate retreat, we should do it at the Marfa Gaze.
Yeah, there is a Dairy Queen. I found it. It's right by Marfa Open Arts Center.
We love to host.
Our house is across the street on Dallas Street, just right over there.
Have you been to Buns and Roses?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How is it?
Fine.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a breakfast and floral shop.
It's got 4.5 stars on Yelp, so
they're selling the building. So if you're interested in becoming a business owner.
Well, the Ampliverse could have a brick and mortar.
There are literally 7 restaurants. RJ, you would die here.
Why?
Because there wouldn't be enough places for you to eat.
If there's no McDonald's, I'm not living
if there. If there are no golden arches,
so Dairy Queen is the only. She's the only fast food girly.
There is a Subway. There's a Subway in a gas station, and one of those like little.
Can we talk about Subway? Talk about a franchise that is. What happened? I mean, like, listen, we're not. I'm not even discussing the former mascot.
Yes,
okay,
we're not even getting
That's
in
not
it.
even
That's
part
not
of the
even
situation.
Not mascot.
Right, spokesperson. Sorry.
I love when it got on that suit, and they
yeah.
The mascot were the big pants.
Yeah.
The pants.
Yes. The pants. My question is like, we have one down the street from, not here. I don't mean this one. I mean like where I work.
Okay.
There's one on like Lawrence and
Is it poppin'?
Lincoln.
Is it like a go-to?
But there's like a Potbelly, which I usually go to, and then there's a Jimmy John's, which if I want a cold sandwich, I'll go to a Jimmy John's. But like the Subway was right there, and it's on the way to the Jimmy John's, and I was like, I haven't had Subway in a while. Let me go in.
Oh no!
And just like first of all, they've redone their menu. I don't know if you've been in lately.
No.
But they have redone their menu. Everything is numbered now. But in the way that, like, if you've ever been to a Jersey Mike's Subs, things are numbered, but there's not, like, a sequential numbering system. It's just, like, the Chipotle chicken is 47, but there's definitely not 47 items on the menu. So it's very confusing. Anyway, so Subway has adopted that method, and everything is, like, so expensive. I don't want to be the one to be like, I remember $5 footlongs, but, like, I remember $5 footlongs.
And you probably remember the song.
And they're
oh, for sure.
$5.
Oh God, here we go.
$5 footlongs.
Any.
And they are like the cheapest footlong now. If you get like a sandwich, like it's not a build your own, but like whatever, fully $9.57.
Oh my
God! And I was like, for Subway,
just go to Jimmy John's.
Also, like they are so stingy now. Unlike they will give you like one little flap of ham, one little triangle of cheese.
Do you remember when it was like they would
paper,
pre-do it, so it was fully already like a full row of meat that they were
remember
like
slap. There was a time when Subway had the like newspaper wallpaper.
That was
yes.
That was the golden era of Subway.
Yes, it was like newspaper and also like pictures of like the old New York subway system.
Yeah. Wasn't there also controversy when they switched away from the triangle cheese at some point?
Well, I never got the triangle cheese because famously I always got provolone, and provolone was always in a half moon.
Circular.
I saw a TikTok /reel. and there was a girl like pretending she worked at Subway, and the funniest part was that she was just using Post-it notes to do it.
Oh,
and
yes,
that
yes.
was so accurate
iconic.
to being at Subway, of them putting the Post-it notes down, like the little cheese and stuff.
The last time I got Subway was when I worked at Epcot, because famously there was one backstage at Discovery Diner. Secret.
Was that the only like chain?
Yeah,
besides
for
like the
Epcot
Starbucks.
One. Yeah, but Adam
Is
would
there
get
Starbucks backstage,
No.
or just at
Disneyland. Disneyland, they have a
Disneyland.
Starbucks, but not at Disney World. I don't know. Things may be different now. I don't know. I have no idea.
So famously in Marfa, you can do Subway, or there is like a kind of like higher end Italian like sandwich shop that is new to town. Where you can also get gelato.
Oh,
House-made gelato.
is the sandwich shop good? Listen, I love a sandwich.
We're gonna come
good.
on this.
We're gonna say it loud and proud. We are sandwich
love
people.
Yeah, we love.
So
a sandwich.
if we're really going to go back to sandwich aficionados here, in undergrad for a project, I did a sandwich blog.
What is that even?
What is
What are you
that?
talking
Where did
about?
you host it? Where did you host it?
Yes, what
Blogspot.
site?
I think it was probably, it was probably Blogspot for sure.
Yeah, blogger.com.
Yeah, I think it was called Austin Eats Sandwiches. That's what it was called. Very original.
Wow.
It was a group
Wow.
project, so it was really fun.
Cute.
But we went
Were
to
you a
eat like
business
famous.
major?
Me?
Yeah. What was
No, I
your
was like-
what was this class for?
Things in the communication school. It was for a multimedia journalism class when you had to make a
Blogging
podcast episode or a podcast project. You had
And look
look
at
at you
me
now.
now.
Dreams
Exactly.
come true.
Dreams come true. There was a podcast project, like a video project, a photo project, and like a blogging project, because all of those were new medium
Very
at the
new.
time in 2008. So
And
Yeah.
now it's like right, make a TikTok, and then this.
I'm sure.
with
I hope that's
hashtags.
what it is, because I sure didn't learn how to do that.
No.
Well, they
No.
can't make a TikTok, girly, because it's banned. You can't be on TikTok on the on the university Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, state owned.
She brought
So
it all the way
now-
back. She brought it
If
all the way back.
if
Now-
y'all send me a TikTok when I'm at work,
You have to wait until you're home.
I have
open it?
to turn off the Wi-Fi
Turn off
to
the
open it.
Wi-Fi.
Otherwise, it will open, but then it won't let you like swipe. It's so weird.
Oh.
I bet you gotta make me a reel that'll make me squeal. That's probably what the professors are all saying.
They're all saying
Instagram
it.
reels.
Yeah,
Baby.
reels
I'm
are the way to go.
sure.
Name your preferred sandwich, like establishment. I think mine will probably be Jimmy John's, even though I do.
love Jimmy John's.
The bread.
I
The
love
bread.
that bread.
That's Subway's problem. Is their bread is bad.
Yes.
They have bad bread.
Yes, that I went to community college for a year, Eastfield. Shout out Eastfield. And
Go Hawks. or
Shout out,
whatever.
dropout. Yes, slay.
Yes, like,
and where my most of my classes were in the same building as the Subway, and my classroom smelled like the
smelled-
the
Mm.
Subway bread. It was awful.
Adam's mouth.
When I moved to Florida, this is June of 2014. My mom and I drove down. We stayed the night somewhere, I think in Georgia. And then we finished the drive on whatever the next day. We were in Florida and we had stopped for lunch, and we stopped at a Subway because why not? Because in college I ate Subway all the time.
All the time, 'cause we had one on
buffalo
campus.
chicken,
Yeah.
Subway sandwich, me every day, all the time. We stopped at Subway. I got a sandwich. I started to eat it in the car. The bread was raw. It was
my gosh.
not fully baked. It was the worst experience I've ever had eating food in my life. Subway sucks.
Kate said, do you remember the Subway Fruzel smoothies? I do not.
I don't.
No.
I didn't stray too far from the.
That must have
honestly-
been her local franchise was trying something new.
Yeah, maybe Dairy Queen. It's like giving Dairy Queen Texas. And Jimmy John's Jersey Maisie Musa Jersey Jakes.
Are you okay?
Jersey Mike's is a little too much for me. Adam loves a Jersey Mike's.
I was gonna say Jersey Mike's is my
or
favorite.
as I call it, what did I call it? Tri-state area Michaels.
Tri-state Michaels.
I'm not a fan of Mike's
that's
Way because I
good.
don't like all that oil.
Oh, I love a soppy sandwich, girls.
Soppy
Goopy,
sandwich.
They're really
Goopy
saucy.
soppy sandwich.
moist, drippin' saucy sandwich.
We have a local chain called Thundercloud, and they like to put their thunder sauce, which is also kind of like an oily substance on all their sandwiches. But they're good otherwise.
I
Also,
will say, oh no, go ahead.
Brandon took me to Firehouse Subs
Oh.
to get the meatball sub like back in the day. That was like a thing there.
Adam dreams about Firehouse Subs.
When I went to Atlanta for the concert in May, there was next to the hotel, there was a Firehouse Subs, and I ate there every single meal. I was so excited to have it back
I'll give
in my
the.
life.
You know what? I'll give the South the Firehouse Subs. I'll give them.
Also,
I
there,
can keep
It's yeah.
they listen. You know what the other best part about being back down south was? The sweet tea was sweet tea, honey. And when you have that Coca-Cola Freestyle machine, and you can sweeten it with a peach lemonade. Oh my God, who is she? She's gorgeous. I love Firehouse Subs.
Wait,
I
is
used to
this-
go to the Firehouse over by Universal because it was by my work when I worked in Orlando. So I'd go to the Firehouse over there that's by Universal Studios. And it was always busy. And sometimes someone would have a coupon. I don't know where we got these coupons, but like one of my coworkers was like, "Oh, I have these coupons. Let's go to Firehouse." Because it was kind of expensive too.
If I at Test Track, if I had a day one training, which was a night shift, or if I was coming in to do like a closing, I was stopping at Firehouse at Crossroads on my way into work. I would cross. There's like one part. Luckily at Test Track, we were like basically on the side of the park that the cast members walk in at. But our break room for Test Track was like you had to cross one little bit of guests, and I would have my little bag, my little sack of Firehouse Subs with my big, large,
huge.
32-ounce drink. Whatever, I didn't give a fuck. It was great.
I don't give a fuck about show.
There
was
Katie
a
has
moment.
Firehouse, and she's like up in.
Oh,
she's by
she's
you
in
guys.
Milwaukee. Yeah, Katie's in
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
There's one in South Bend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I think the ones, there's none in the city. I think there's some in the suburbs.
Well, the new TikTok thing right now, sandwich talk, is like chopped salad, like chopped salad sandwiches. That's huge right now.
But
There's
I
like a Caesar
need
wrap
the
in
bread.
New York
Yes,
that's
this-
going crazy, right?
Yeah,
The Milano.
there's
The Milano Market is actually what it's called.
Like a mint Milano?
Like the
cookie?
Like the cookie?
like the cookie.
Yeah, they're not related.
Alyssa Milano?
Alyssa Milano?
Oh, which witch? Remember
Which witch? You remember that?
Oh, which
Writing on it with
witch?
that red. Was it a red
Writing
Sharpie?
in- Oh, I
Yes, it was a red Sharpie.
I
yes.
love. Yeah, I love the craft of writing something down.
Yes,
first.
it was arts and crafts
It was-
meat sandwiches, which is really gorgeous.
I had a
and-
moment during when the Bon Appetit videos were going off before they got canceled. They were obsessed with mortadella. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
for months I would get like, can I get like half a pound of mortadella at the deli? It's just fancy salami, really. But I like ate everything with it. It was amazing.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Sandwiches.
Sandwich adjacent.
Sandwich adjacent.
I famously drove 30 minutes to go to McAllister's Deli today
There we
I
are.
did
It
not
all
have
came
that.
back.
It
There
all
it
came
is,
back.
There it is.
It all came back.
because we went to McAllister's. There's one in Mesquite,
We've
and
talked about her before.
oh yeah, I love her.
I've never been to a McAllister.
She's finally
Miss
open on
Callister.
Casey Way. She's open on Casey Way. So if you're on Palm Parkway, give her a shot.
Hold on.
Tell
put a pin in
her.
it,
Tell her Vase
'cause
sent you.
There's another coming soon to Casey Way that we need to discuss very quickly after this.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, so but I went to the McAllisters because I went to
Casey
McAllisters with my sister and nieces and nephew, and we also got food for my Mima. And I put it all on my rewards card, and Mama has enough rewards, so I had a free entree. I also had a free tea on there, and I also had enough for like a free side dish, but I just used my entree this time. But so I love McAllisters, but I get a spud. I don't get.
I've never had this. Is this a Texas thing? Or the South thing?
It's a South thing, I think. I mean, because I think I first had it in Arkansas, maybe when I was in college.
The emphasis on tea tells me it's got to be a Southern thing.
It's all about the sweet tea. Like all they talk about is the sweet tea.
Tea.
What's coming to Casey half and half. I had a good half and half this week at a rest stop on the road.
What are you talking about?
Arnold Palmer.
Half and half.
Oh, half and half. Oh, okay.
Half sweet, half unsweet.
Do you mean literally like the Arizona iced tea half and half?
Or like
No.
I would
just
never get that.
Half sweet, half unsweet. Speaking of, where we also get half and half tea is Raising Cane's, which is coming soon to Casey Way.
Oh, that's where that was. I saw
Yeah.
you post it, but I didn't know that's where it was. Okay, great. Well, congrats.
Yes.
Congrats to Kane.
Miss Kane herself.
Miss Kane.
Yeah. And
Miss Kane.
we were watching some TikToks. Me and Beefreed were on the same For You page because we've got this guy that was like camping outside of Raising Cane's to be like the first person.
Yeah, in Southern California. They must have been opening a couple like in the span of a few days.
Yeah, because he like did it a week ago and then he did it like today. But
But for
here's
what?
the thing.
What does he do?
Let me say this.
He's a creator. He's a content creator.
Yeah, he's
okay?
a content creator.
Just
He
like
doesn't have
us.
anything
He
else
passed
to do.
his multimedia journalism class. Okay.
But here's the thing. Back in my day, if you were the first 10 people at a Raising Cane's, or at least the first 5, you got Raising Cane's for a year. So you would camp out for that.
Oh, when it opened. Oh,
because it's one box combo a week for 52 weeks. So that's like a $520. It's more than a $520 value.
These days, it's way more than that. They raise their prices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is this person that was camping out for this thing, he got a gift basket. And you know it was in that gift basket. So he camped overnight for a full 24 hours. And he got a gift basket with just a bunch of stupid swag in it and 4 box combos. Like, Mama, that's like that's like $50 value-ish.
Yeah.
Like, it's not worth it.
No. The Canes has risen indeed. Hallelujah.
I think he's probably just hoping for like some more like, social
Cloud.
Engagement.
Yeah, it's
social
all for
capital.
the engage. Yeah.
There's also a new Raising Cane's flagship in Times Square that opened today.
Oh my gosh.
Wow,
And they have
good week for Kane.
They have toast couch seating. Texas
Cute.
toast.
It looks like the Texas toast.
Casey, I was just telling Adam yesterday because I was casually watching a video about a Kyoto rest stop that has all vending machines. That I was like, I wish Casey and I had so much money that we could just go on a kitsch world tour where we just go to different kitschy places, eat, laugh, love.
Eat, pray, love.
And
Eat, slay, love.
I mean, that should be our hook for like a Food Network show.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a pilot.
Yeah, it sounds like we got a pilot.
I got to go into a Jollibee.
Sounds like we got an Austin-based spinoff on the Ampleverse. Maybe.
It sounds like you have a show that you can put on 2 networks, both Food Network and the Travel Channel.
Yeah.
And half of the episode is like the traveling to get to the place, and then the rest of the episode is visiting the restaurant.
Or if
find us on Max.
Yeah, if we add a little cultural element to it or like historical, PBS could buy that too.
Yeah, very Taste the Nation.
Yeah, we're going for something more prestige than travel/food channel.
Quibi.
Short bites.
Quick bites of all this food, right?
Absolutely.
Vending machines, quick bites.
Oh, that would be amazing. I mean, and then there would be a moment for when the Austin office met Grimace.
Yes, we have been waiting all week. We had no idea what happened. No one knew if it came true or not. So, Austin office, please tell us.
Okay.
Did you meet the butt plug?
Oh, we
met him. It was a bit deflated, but we met him.
Yeah. So
he's been through a lot.
Yeah,
it is pride.
The best part was that I was at my office. Freelak, you were at your office too?
Yeah, I was coming directly from the
and
office.
So was
Everyone was.
None of us were at home.
No one was working from home.
It was an office day.
It was an office.
Yeah, required in-person day for all of us.
Yeah. And so I was gonna get an Uber and Beefreed's like, oh well, I'll pick you up. So Beefreed drove all the way to campus and picked me up because I didn't want to walk to my garage and then have to drive and then walk back and all that stuff. But we get there and Freelak parked just before us and he's like getting out of his car. Me and Beefreed are about to get hit by this car backing out.
Crazy parkers.
We were like,
was
it like packed? There were like people.
It's a busy McDonald's. There's a lot of foot traffic and a lot of car traffic. It's just a busy McDonald's and a busy strip center. There's a lot of stuff going on there.
Yeah. And we're pulling up and Freelak looks in the window and then gives us a thumbs up and nods. And I'm like, oh my God, I think he's here.
3 full-grown adults.
Well, we knew we were taking a risk because we saw the flyer that said "Join us to celebrate Grimace's birthday on."
And I said,
well, who knew what that means? Cake. It's gonna be a cake.
And there was a sheet
balloon.
cake.
There was a cake. We saw a DoorDash guy take a slice of cake whenever he went to pick up the food that he was picking up.
Good for him.
Get a little snack.
So hard.
Yeah. As soon as we walk in, Beefreed gets recognized by a former student.
Oh my! That was working there or was just there?
No, they were eating with their family. But I will say I have taught people who are now old enough to work there, but not in this moment. Just a student. That's so funny. But she said I'm ordering on the machine, avoiding eye contact with the Hamburglar that is like dancing around.
Yes, the Hamburglar has nowhere to go and he's walking all around.
So I'm like, let me focus on something. Let me just order my food. That will allow me to at least like cue in on something.
Yes.
And someone walks up and is like, Mr. Blank, do you remember
Mr.
me?
Brandon.
Mr. Brandon, do you remember me? And I was like, yeah, but I don't know your name.
Damn, you said that.
Damn, you said that.
He said that.
Wow.
That is so funny.
We also have a connection at another McDonald's that Brandon knows a mother who works there. We almost tapped into her to get boo buckets, but
and this is why we have a strategic partnership with the Austin office.
An alliance,
you could say.
Very strategic. My work is very strategic.
Absolutely.
Brandon, what are you drinking? Is it kombucha? What are you drinking?
I am so glad you asked because I just picked up a new Topo Chico at the store today. Topo Chico Sabores. So it's like they had 3 different types, and this one is tangerine with ginger extract.
But is it? She's
not
a
alcoholic.
seltzer girl. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
She's just a seltzer with. It's kind of like in the Spindrift realm, where it's like a little fruitier, a little juicier. But she's all right. Anyways, back to work. Back to work, Casey.
Back to work.
Yeah. So we walk in, and it's like, and my fear is like we need to get this photo because it's already like 12:40-ish and he's gonna leave at 1. But Grimace
they are gonna leave at 1. We don't know Grimace's pronouns.
Yes, Grimace is talking to a little boy, and the boy is just like
Playing with Grimace.
Playing with him.
Pawing at Grimace.
Pawing at him. Literally, I think
His
I
name's
have
Freelek. It's okay. You can say it.
I think I have like video of this boy, and he's just like standing directly in front of Grimace, which we will later find out that you can see a full face in Grimace's mouth. So he's staring directly at face, and he's like pawing at it. And the more we like thought about it, I was like, oh, maybe that was like their like sibling or like their parent.
Oh, they knew who. Well, yeah, okay.
They had to know. They had to be a friend of Grimace.
I think they had a pre-existing relationship
Friends
for sure.
of Grimace.
Yes.
Yeah.
They had a pre-existing.
Everyone's a Friends of Grimace during Pride Month.
Yeah. And so we ordered our food, and then we kept like looking over to see if the kid was like not talking to Grimace anymore, and that was not happening. The Hamburglar was going back into the kitchen, coming back
because the Hamburger's like, I still gotta fill up drive-through orders, girl.
Yeah, the Hamburglar
it's a lunch
like,
rush.
The Hamburglar was like in like at least level 2 improv, because he was like going into like back of house into the kitchen and being like grabbing it.
Like,
oh wow.
Oh, he's gonna steal the hamburgers.
He had a developed character.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's like, I studied the text before today's performance.
I think there were some sanitary concerns too. I mean, he was really going
Really
close
going to
to
touch
that.
He
the,
did,
touch
yeah.
the stuff.
kitchen.
And he had gloves on, so he didn't have the human hands.
He was not wearing a hairnet.
No, his hair was.
his hair
No.
looked ratty,
Yeah.
girl.
And that head has hair.
Yeah, his hair will look like
That head has hair.
one of these bin finds that I've got.
Yes, foot and mouth.
but-
yes.
Yes, but the family that Brandon knew left, and then we found like
so
a
that you
moment,
could really act a fool.
so
and
that
be
we
like,
could really
okay,
go.
fine.
So we asked a stranger to take our photo with Grimace and the Hamburglar.
I was the brave soul who asked for a photo. You know, you always got to ask the like young girly to like take your picture because she gets the
Yeah,
best
because
angles.
they're game for it. They know.
Yeah.
They know what's up.
They
Or the
know.
Asian tourists.
Or
Yeah.
they
Did you?
just
I think
have
you
to
might
do
have
it back
asked.
again.
I think you might have asked in Spanish.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay,
Ah.
bilingual.
Qué
Ay,
inteligente.
sí.
Ay, Brandon.
Ay, qué smart.
Ah, qué smart. Qué smart y tú.
But yeah, but then Grimace tried to hug me, and he was just standing like, or they were just standing like this with their arms out. And I was like, Grimace, I would not like a hug today because I could see a full face.
Oh,
in the mouth.
God.
Like there's
And-
no like black veil or anything.
There's no like netting, but Grimace listened.
Mhm.
And they
And
like
said,
they
okay.
followed, you know, they saw there was
Consent.
no consent, and they said
yeah.
no. Consent is sexy. Okay,
Yeah.
consent is sexy.
Grimace.
Even
Especially
from-
Pride.
Even from McDonald's they them figures.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hamburglar kept showing us a chain they had around their neck. It was like a gold Mardi Gras bead.
Yeah, can I ask a question about
Yeah.
that? Has he always worn that? That's not normal, right?
I don't think that's.
That's not
just that-
canonical
I don't think that's
costume.
standard.
No, this
I
was.
don't-
This is why, Casey, we need a deep dive. We have to look the history. you
Yes.
know?
Yeah.
I think it was part of Hamburglar's character study.
Mm.
Yeah. They picked a specific time period
Mhm.
for Hamburglar.
Mm.
They're going through a
Time period,
specific era.
location, character,
Mm-hmm.
you know, analysis. It was really intense. Very studied.
was-
Very studied.
It was funny that the internet ate up Grimace all month.
Oh.
I mean, the queer icon jumped out. I think it's just
Is it over?
Pride. Yeah, it's over. We're
No.
We're done celebrating.
No, is
Grimace's birthday?
Grimace's birthday over? The shake's done?
I think it's still going.
I think it's still
Oh.
I
going.
think they're
Okay.
gonna run until the end of the month, probably. See
Okay.
it. So
Yeah.
I still have time to try it.
You
Maybe
do.
tomorrow. Maybe I'll on my required office day tomorrow. Maybe I'll try a Grimace meal.
I'll try.
If you have an office day tomorrow, you need to go to that international McDonald's downtown and work
too
that
far.
It's
menu.
a little further away,
Okay,
but I'll
fine,
check.
never
I'll
mind.
peek. You know, I'll peek at the menu and
Yeah,
see.
maybe they have the Grimace. Shaku.
You could also order a sheet cake while you're there if you want to really experience, what we experienced at the party.
Yeah. I didn't try the cake because it was
bad.
looking a little...
Looked a little sad. I mean, who knows how long
Yeah.
we've been sitting out there.
I
With
can
all the
already
people
tell
passing by.
Since 11.
That
11.
frosting would have been whipped frosting. It would not have been buttercream. So it was
was
not,
for
whipped.
sure.
It was
Very
not
well.
worth it.
It was
Not
like, it
worth
looked
it.
wet.
No.
Yeah, I say it was a hit. It was a big hit on my Instagram.
I mean, there was a lot of people popping off.
A
in
lot
the
of
comments.
chatter.
Yeah, lots of
Lot
chatter.
of chatter.
engagement.
But a lot of people
Wow.
were talking about Grimace's body, which I don't appreciate.
We don't
Let's
body
not-
shame.
What did they say?
Let's not body shame Grimace on Pride Month.
Saying
God.
that Grimace had like loose skin.
That Grimace was on Ozempic.
Yeah.
I think Grimace isn't. Oh no, it's
I mean, I get it that it's like kind of timely right now, but I don't think
Timely,
those
yeah.
jokes are funny. I don't think they're funny.
No.
And it was just a bad angle because Grimace
You
still
said it that
had
way. No.
I was trying to hold back all the jokes I could make right now, so I'm just gonna give it to myself.
Grimace still had a little
junk in the trunk.
Yeah.
As long as
yeah.
yeah.
I would
Curves
say-
and swerves.
Looking back at the photos, I think Grimace has angles. Certain angles, the shape looks very
Looked-
correct.
Yeah.
Yes, and at certain angles, it looks a little off. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Because he's supposed to be a perfect. No.
No.
It's like it's okay. What am I trying? It's like a cone shaped, but
It's a-
just like a fatter end
It's a
at the
bulb.
top, right? It's a bulb,
okay.
but it's like straight down. It doesn't like. It's
So
not like a
rounded
squash.
down.
Miranda, turn it off. Turn it off, Miranda.
It's not
so
like
we
a
say
squash shape.
rounded cone. Rounded.
Yeah, yeah, like a rounded cone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cone?
But yeah, it was
That's
great.
it.
Congrats
That's
to
it, and
Grimace.
Congrats to Grimace, our queer.
But also, like
icon.
that costume, I'm sure has just been storage for ages. Like they're not doing any
Yeah.
work to
I
contain the,
think
like.
that's new.
foam.
I can't imagine that thing has been hanging around anywhere. I think
No.
franchises could order it for this promo
For, like,
and they just showed up because I've never seen a Grimace costume in my life.
You know, there's nowhere to even store that at that McDonald's.
because
Because
I mean,
that's what
the
Grimace should
iconic
look like.
Grimace is like you've got the full
It's foam. It's like
foam belly,
padded.
like yes.
It's not just like a sack.
Yeah, there's a body shape. There's a body suit
Yes.
to support it.
That is so crazy that is the shape of Grimace.
And now it's like, yeah.
Yeah, what is that, girl?
It just looks like someone put a fleece purple blanket over themselves.
So the immediate Google I found says that they are a spherical shaped. I disagree.
I disagree. It's cone. It's definitely cone.
It's
It's conical.
conical.
Oh,
And it's canonical that it's conical, okay?
There it
And
is.
it's comical.
oh, comically conical.
Canonically, comically conical.
Conical.
That's
Oh,
the
there's
that's the
Uncle
episode. That's the
Grimace.
episode.
Oh, and there's Shamrock Shake mascot, Uncle Grimace.
There is
Oh,
there is
can we
an
get
actual
him this
costume.
year? Next year?
We gotta.
Can we order these? So we think that what probably happened is the franchisee probably ordered a set of these costumes and they were rotating between their different stores
Yeah.
throughout the week. That's why it was on a set very specific day.
That makes sense.
Very specific day and time.
I gotta say,
What the minute we smell Birdie is somewhere, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Yeah, we will be back for an episode to report on that. You will trust and believe, Mama.
I don't know though. Here's the thing about Birdie is like she
Don't
is
drag
represent-
Birdie.
No. This is not a birdie drag. This is I would feel bad to put a bird inside a restaurant actively
That's
selling
her-
chicken
yeah,
nuggets.
okay.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Grimace, he's not representative of anything.
Grimace is the-
Hamburglar, he
Grimace
wants
is
to
the
eat
shape.
the
He
hamburgers.
wants the
Yeah,
shape.
but Birdie
Grimace is-
represents breakfast. So she
makes
laid the eggs, Mama.
She's laying the eggs, Mama.
It's her whole egg.
It's her. Okay, so we're eating her children. Cool. It's even worse than Casey.
Grimace, because he's originally a taste bud, he's the audience surrogate. So we see
ourselves.
In Grimace, and so when they experience McDonald's,
we picture
ourselves in them. Yeah.
Katie thought Grimace was a purple chicken nugget as a child.
That is so not wrong. That is accurate.
I feel like most people probably thought that, yeah.
There's
no way you look at Grimace and you go, oh,
a taste bud
for sure.
I miss the little fry guys. I miss those little guys. With the
fry guys would be really cool.
Yeah.
They should do a walk around boo bucket.
Yeah, well, you just got to get those big, well, we can make that happen. We can.
We'll make the boo bucket.
That's an Austin office Halloween costume. That's an Austin office Halloween party costume. Don't worry, we'll get that going.
Great.
When the Ampliverse Halloween party at Marfa Gaze happens, and we all head over. Yeah.
That's right.
5 more people get added to the town of Marfa
for one
one
weekend.
Party.
Well, thank you so much for updating us. But Casey, your adventures never end.
They never end. They never end.
Are we really about to talk about the bins again?
Yes. Yes, I have to show you.
I have to tell you, Casey, you're not gonna beat the puppet hand. So just anything you show me, it's not gonna beat it.
It's not gonna beat a bird on your hand, okay?
Okay, well, hold on then.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. Let's see. It may not be a bird, but
it is Birdie. Full costume.
It may not be a bird, but it could be a couple of lamb chop babies.
Oh my gosh! No, oh my gosh!
What's wrong with their eyes? Oh, that's their nose.
This is their eyes. They're like
those are in excellent
fingers?
condition. So for all the people who are listening only, Casey has
good for you.
2 puppets, a pair of lamb chops,
and they're like babies.
But they're babies.
Do they have names?
One's blue with a binky and one's pink with a binky.
Oh my gosh.
And I will say, when I got these, they were not.
And the little boy one is Jewish. He has a little yarmulke on. How wonderful for him.
I think that's a beret, Adam.
It's like a newsboy cap, I think.
It's a newsie.
Did you brighten those up in the wash? Some OxyClean?
He's got brightened up in the wash because this fool had like something brown on his butt.
Oh,
and Casey, you still bought it!
Yes!
Are you doing gloves yet? Are you wearing gloves?
Yeah, are you doing gloves yet? Are you doing rubber gloves yet?
Listen,
No,
I like to
she's
feel
not.
it. I like
She
to
doesn't
feel
care.
it.
I have COVID era rubber gloves in my car. I will give them to you. You can take
I
them.
want her to use like dishwashing gloves, like full yellow.
like Dexter's mom.
Yes, Dexter's mom.
I have some very serious gardening gloves that we just bought to pull the
I
weeds
have
here
some
at the Marfa
gardening
Gaze.
gloves.
I can give them to you.
Okay, but for the holidays,
Oh my
God.
we got lamb chop with her
These
holiday
all together.
hat.
Did you get these all?
They
in
were
one?
right by each other.
Yeah, someone.
Casey,
dumped their whole.
Someone
collection.
literally was like, someone was like, went to an estate sale or something, and they were just like, get rid of every lamb chop
Get
in
rid
this
of
house.
Lot of 3. You got the whole lot.
Casey,
I'm ready for you to move on from improv and go into ventriloquism.
Directly.
Puppetry.
Hi, Casey. How are you doing today? Oh, that's amazing.
Of course, I'm like live Googling and eBaying. Like, are these things worth anything? But
They're not worth that much.
Didn't Lewis pass away and our entire estate ended up in the bins?
Vintage 1990 Sherry Lewis baby lamb chop plush hand puppet with baby pacifier. Used condition $15.
See, and these cost, so it's $1.59 a pound.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, wait, Casey. So we need to assess the validity of these. Does it have a tag that says copyright 1990 Sherry Lewis Enterprises?
It says made in China.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, it's
made
legit.
Exclusively for Target stores. Division of Dayton Hudson Corp. Baby lamb chop.
Target.
Baby lamb
Canonically, baby lamb chop.
And I got this little guy.
Oh my God.
Y'all remember Popples?
No.
No.
Oh my God.
Girl, aged
Oh
out,
my God.
girl. What?
Okay,
What
so
is a Popples?
They were in,
Is it
in
older
19
or younger than us? Because with you, it could be either direction.
Is Popples new or old?
Popples are older than y'all, but they were a plush. It's a little plush guy, but he turns into like a soccer ball.
Oh my!
Like I don't know.
Oh wow!
I don't know if y'all remember. Y'all don't remember Popples?
What kind of year do we have on tag? Do we have a year assigned?
I don't know, but it's like. Oh wait, let's see.
It's like an 80s cartoon.
Faded girly.
Casey got rid of so many Vinylmations because she was like, they take up so much space. And now she's buying like stuffed animals at like 67 times the size of a Vinylmation.
Now this is like worth like 20.
I love a receipt. So Popples was a 1986 TV series. So that does predate at least 3 people on this chat.
Mm-hmm.
I think Casey and I were around for that, but I don't know it.
Yeah, how were your 20s, Jeff? Just curious.
No comment on that.
But yeah, this can go for like I was just looking it up, and Popples go for like 20 to 25.
Popples go for big.
All right, I'm gonna watch that spreadsheet, ma'am, because I have a link. And I want to know how long that inventory is sitting in that apartment.
But I love the Popple. Let me just quickly run through some of the other things I got. I got so much stuff at this bin. We went to a different bin, and look who was just sitting in there. Charles Entertainment Cheese.
Your husband. New Charles is not for me. New Charles is not for me.
He's in good shape. Casey, this is we know this because of off group chat. This is like fancy suburban bins, is that right?
Bins. You went to
North Austin bins.
We went to North Austin bins. Suburbans. We got a little Snoopy, a little Thai Snoopy.
How much is she gonna cost you?
I don't know.
Priceless. And then tell us about the other one. We got the other one.
And then we got the demon himself. 626. 626, Mr. Stitch.
All right, we need to get him some accessories because he is missing a few things after last week's discussion.
He needs his little hat, his thing.
His chain. He needs a chain. Maybe Jeff could grab him a chain.
I can source a chain. No problem.
A Furb? Oh, a gremlin.
We got I thought it was a Furby. I
easily confused so
Adam. But it's a little Gizmo Gremlins plush.
You were on like a toy run this weekend.
Yeah, they had so many toys. I got this little Corgi.
For the listeners, Casey has not stopped showing us.
Is that from Nintendogs?
No, it's I don't know what it's from.
It's just a Corgi. Good Lord, Casey.
Is that a Squishmallow?
I got this Squishmallow. It's a Stingray.
Casey.
How much is she worth?
Can you not see the floor in your house anymore? Is it just littered in stuffed animals?
At what point are we accessories to this?
Yeah.
She's gonna have a plush room in the 3rd bedroom.
Aiding and abetting. My God.
Look at this cute Mickey Hawaiian.
This is a good one. We saw this one. Hawaiian.
It's hard to like see it because it's like, but yeah, it's just like
wrinkled.
Yeah. I got to put the steamer on it. I just bought
She bought her own steamer.
I bought my own steamer because I kept using theirs.
Yeah, I wonder what animator wore that.
Disney shopping. Look at that tag.
This is like This is the perfect season to sell that. So get that listed before the summer is over.
Yeah, girl.
We got some LuLaRoe Kermit leggings.
No.
Come on.
What?
Take those back.
They're buttery smooth.
Butter.
She's gonna sell those live on Whatnot.
Yes, Facebook.
I've always wanted. Yes, Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Okay, this is when I could not buy it.
Casey.
Look at its eyes.
Scary.
Adam.
No, put it away.
Adam.
Absolutely
Stop.
not, Casey.
Look at this little cloud.
Absolutely not. Brush her hair.
No.
Okay, Casey, 2 questions. How much
I
time?
spotlit it for everyone just so you could
How
see.
much time did you invest in like this search? And
We
like,
were there-
how much money did it cost? Like when you rolled that card on the scale, what did it? what
But
did
say it
tally
as
up
the doll. But answer this question as the doll.
You are the doll.
Hold on.
The doll.
There's more. There's
The
gotta be
doll.
more.
Okay. So
This
When-
is such a bit. I hate
The
it.
doll
I
has
hate
a
it.
list. The doll has a list.
when the cart was rolled onto the scale,
Oh my god.
it also included things such Casey's
Casey
sister
Lewis,
bought.
Casey Lewis, the long lost Lewis daughter.
And you see, it was 31.5 pounds. We had a lot of stuff. So it cost us $54 because we also had $1 worth of books. So that's why do I sound kind of like Tita?
Can we see the books, please? I want to see
It
the
got
books.
more to
Oh, my-
that as it got
please,
to the end.
please tell me you bought like, I don't know, a chapter book, something with culture, anything. My god.
Absolutely not.
Any good art books? They have good art books.
Yeah, Marfa, anything? Modern art?
I didn't find anything. I got this Mickey's Christmas
my
Carol
God.
book.
God.
It looks like something Jeff would get at a garage sale.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
true.
I got this because it looked like cupcake.
It's
It's
the way they're
Look!
putting on the boot like a stocking, like a piece
Yes!
of hose.
it's Puss in Boots.
That's
It
a
looks
that's a
just-
Texas cat right there.
Yeah, it looks just
A
like
hat?
cupcake. But
Piss
so
and bait.
It's in big.
And to Adam and RJ, if you thought this was like a segment that was going away when we're gone, absolutely not. This is staying.
Oh yeah, I have a feeling Casey's hooked on bins.
yeah,
Which
I
is
got
wild
this-
because the
Fun
first time she talked about it, she was like, it's not great.
Casey, that
not
is
for
not.
me,
That is
sis.
nothing. Put that. That
Wait,
is nothing.
Casey, that is
Why did
absolutely
you buy
nothing.
that? You can get that for free in New Orleans.
Did you give that? Did you give that to the Hamburglar? Was it
Yeah,
you?
it's at the hamburger's
it's
chain.
me.
He left you a little something, something.
No, she got that from the Hamburglar
Yeah.
in the back of house.
Oh, and I got this guy. He's a country bear.
Who's-
Is he actually a country
No,
bear? He's
he's
just a
just
bear
a-
that
he's
looks
just a
like
bear.
he lives in the
He's a
country.
Oh,
bear.
okay.
Oh.
Based on the
Wait,
movie.
Based on
You-
the movie. Based on the
You
movie.
saw a post about this, and what was it titled?
Suspicious bears.
Suspicious bears.
Someone
Oh
had
my
posted
God.
like 2 of them on Whatnot, and
That's
it said
what
Suspicious Bears.
Bears is Jeff's alt name on Twitter.
Oh,
Oh.
that's the
No,
old Twitter
no.
name.
Oh, Brandon's got jokes.
And then my last thing I'll
How
show
is this
is
not done,
I can't.
Casey?
I truly can't.
this is sealed, signed,
That-
delivered.
That is
Hey,
that is
Casey-
giving Facebook Marketplace right there. Facebook Marketplace.
Yes, 8 puzzles. It'll be a fun time.
Next
But-
time there's a
No,
pandemic,
it
you'll
won't.
be ready.
The next time the electricity goes out,
Yeah.
Well, that'll
The
be
next-
The next time a
February.
global
winter-
pandemic happens.
Or the next winter freeze.
That
Yeah.
in Austin, those happen every February, so she'll be ready. But Casey, you didn't even feature the shirt. Was that a bin find, or did you just actually purchase that, or did you find that at one of the many TJ Maxx Marshall verticals you visited? in the
oh,
last
my
2
shirt that I'm wearing right now. This was a bin find. It's actually a nighty dress.
weeks? It's
Casey.
perfect.
It's so cute. Listen, we were there like a little over 2 hours.
I don't
On
know if I have
Saturday.
that kind of time.
It was they kept
Listen,
it was
you know,
hot.
Some,
it was
sometimes
hot.
people will go to like IKEA for 2 hours. It's the same thing for the
It's actually
bins.
right. It's like you could walk around the mall or Target for 2 hours, or you could go to the bins.
yeah.
Or you can drive to
Sure.
various TJ Maxx's and Marshalls for 2 to 3 hours to try and
Or you
find
could
it.
better yourself
shirt.
in any substantial way in the
Yeah.
course of 2
Truly.
hours.
Take
Truly.
a nap.
If
Read a book.
Yeah. Read a book. Drink some water.
Go on a
Drink some
walk.
water for 2 hours straight. Oh, that's
But
fine.
if anybody is
Go to the
wondering
gym.
if anybody's wondering what it's like to just be on a 3-way chat with me, Jeff, and Casey on any given day, It is just sharing pictures of shit like this all day long.
Just
Live shopping at various stores.
Live shopping.
Yes, live shopping.
I was sending photos of stuff from the bins that like I wasn't buying. Like someone had gone to Epcot and got the paper Duffy and got it stamped in Canada. You know what I'm talking about? That like paper Duffy that you can color at like the Kid Cot.
Oh, yes.
They only went to Canada someone donated that to the bins.
Just recycle that. Come on.
Yeah. There was like
so they don't even go through and like filter things out. They just throw shit in bins.
It depends.
You can find like dookie drawers in there.
I did find some.
You bought the puppet. We saw.
I've bought and sold 2 bras from the bins. They sell quick.
What brand?
Torrid. Oh yeah, I sent them that. It was this fake.
Scary.
It was this fake IT shirt, shirt, and I was like, oh, it's the melding of the 2 careers. But yeah, so any given day, if I'm at the bins and I find something, I'll find something from Brandon's workplace, his old workplace.
Casey is pumping funds into her local economy, and
Casey
that's so important.
Casey has legitimately found merchandise and branded clothing from my former place of employment.
Clothing that you probably designed and purchased.
Designed, purchased, and gifted to someone made it into that bin.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, says a lot. Says a lot.
I see it all. But the way the bins work is that sometimes it goes straight.
Would it just
to the
be
bins.
cheaper to go dumpster diving, Casey? Like I do really think it might just honestly be worth it to just go down to the junkyard.
It's all in one place, and they kind of, they sort it.
It's curated.
It's curated trash because all the clothes are in bins, and then all the toys are like in bins.
Garbage.
The books are in their own bins, so it's like,
sure,
yeah. It's not for everyone, Adam, but it's fun.
But it's for me.
It's for me and my sweetie.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So off, Adam.
Okay, we have to do our go offs. This has gone too long.
Well, I'm gonna make mine about Casey.
Okay, we are going
I'm glad Miranda's not here because she would just add to it.
She has fully.
I want to film a Miranda reaction video just watching this segment of Casey
showing her.
Honestly, she should just be reacting to the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her homework is to give a summarization of everything she thought about from the last 2 episodes.
Okay,
that will most likely be her go off next week.
Yeah.
We are going to take a 60-second break. And to hear a little bit from our sponsors, and when we come back, it's time to go off.
We do not have sponsors.
Oh, are we back? We're back. Welcome back, everyone, to our favorite segment of the show, the Go Off. Who's got to go off today?
RJ, this is your time to go off, and your time starts now.
Hola. So I just came back from Mexico City, Ciudad de Mexico, and I had a great time.
Brandon can translate.
Yeah, absolutely. And I had a great time, but
he had a great time.
One of my favorite parts about Ciudad de Mexico, I flew Volaris, so think about it, Volaris, Frontier acquisition partner, whatever. So it's the frontier of Mexico, basically. So the seats were a little tight, she's a little packed, that's fine. But at the end of that flight, fully turned me around, and I was like, this is the mark of a great airline. Because when we landed, there was a voice on the speaker that said, please wait for the flight attendant to tell you when to stand up. So Miss Ma'am was walking row by row, opening the overhead compartments to be like, this is your row, you ready to go? All right, next row, and then next row. And then she would stand to block every row behind her to make sure that only the people that she has released are allowed to go.
Like going up for communion.
Yes, exactly. Just like going up for communion. And the layperson being like, you know, doing
This pew.
Yes.
We don't need Polaris. We've got Valaris.
Shut up. So I loved that. It really turned me around. Did the abuela behind me still like literally like as soon as I stood up, she like sped past me? Yes, absolutely. But at least the practice was there, and I really appreciate it. So gracias Volaris.
Wow.
De nada.
That's like school teacher. It's giving.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
it's giving
it's
giving snarky Mark, where it's like the volume in this school bus is astronomical.
Every single one of those is accurate.
Those principal talks.
That's another episode.
The jingling of the keys.
Oh yeah.
And and not to bring it back to the bins, but
God, get this woman some help.
when they had a new row, when they had a new row bins at this Goodwill, they had a person that would stand in front of the line on each side, and they would walk. So you couldn't go past. They would walk like this with their hands out.
That's rope drop. That's leading you to rope drop.
Yes, it's rope drop. They would walk
passage.
past you so that no one could go past you. And if someone tried to come from the other side, they would shoo them away. It was amazing.
Mm.
It's rope dropping the bins, which we did rope drop. We got there before opening so we could get a cart.
Casey. The unhinged.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna go. We'll go.
We're gonna do it.
Y'all just bring your own car so you can leave in 20 minutes.
Because Casey's gonna stay there for the rest of the afternoon.
I wasn't counting on a valet, so it's okay.
Do you take like a big McDonald's Coke with you?
Yeah.
What's your
do you
drink
have
of
your
choice
little
at the
water?
bins?
Do you have your water like the woman on TikTok who makes her own little waters?
I did bring a drink one time and I didn't like it because like it just gets in the way. I did have a can
of digging through bins.
Well, you have nowhere to set it down, right?
You have nowhere to set it down. You can only like put it in your cart, really.
Does the cart have a cup holder like Target?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I have a contraption for you. I'll show you. I'll send you a picture later. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, so I had a can of Diet Dr. B or whatever the HEB brand of Dr. Pepper is.
Dr.
And I was drinking that while I was going through. And then I had to I was like, I gotta throw this away because it's interfering with my binning.
You're shopping.
Oh my God.
But they do sell drinks and snacks there. Because people are there all day.
Adam, it's also donated things. I'm just kidding.
Yes, they're just like unopened cans, Vienna sausages.
Have drinks, Mountain Dew, Code Red.
It's like Sprite lemonade that someone didn't want to finish.
Yes. Okay, who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I have a good one.
Okay, Brendone, it's time to go off.
Okay, so I am recently exited my responsibilities as a meeting leader, facilitator, manager of people, leader of people. And for the first time this weekend, I had to experience what it was like to actually participate in an icebreaker that I was not prepared for or previewed. And I think I am here on the other side to say, icebreakers have to go. They have to go.
It took this long.
Listen, as someone who had to plan icebreakers and meeting openings for so many years, I really tried hard to not do the 2 truths and a lie, to not do the M&M thing where you answer the question to the color M&M that comes out of your packet. I really tried to be creative. But when I tell you that this meeting I was in with 150 people this weekend, and the icebreaker was the Cupid Shuffle, live, standing up in a full ballroom, I'm sweating right now just remembering the experience.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was like, is this what I have put people through for the last 10 years of my life?
Yes.
Because if so,
you're here to say you're
here to be absolved of my sins. And I'm just going to say, if you need to open a meeting, just put a nice question for discussion at the table out there, or have something up as people come in with soft music. And then when the meeting needs to start, just start your meeting. I'm done.
This is so funny. We
I'm
have
done.
Listeners of the pod, two doctors. They work in higher ed, and so I'm sure they have great. I'm sure they're fully listening to the podcast right now. They're going, yes, go off, Brandon, yes.
Send me their reactions, because I'm telling you, I've always been the one who could like plan it but never participate, and I just never had to experience it. And now you know.
It was trauma.
I was standing there texting Jeff and Casey live, being like, I am
making me
miserable right now. I am doing the Cupid Shuffle in a ballroom with fluorescent lighting in front of 150 people. I do not know. This is my nightmare.
At our Mexico trip, we did. I didn't even talk about it, but we had a full like drag river cruise. But one of the requests from one of the grooms was the wobble, and I sent a video to the group chat, and I just immediately get transported back to Planet Hollywood. So I was like, oh god.
And you only worked there for 2 weeks?
And I worked there for like a month maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine me.
Imagine Adam. And the funny part was that you always did it.
Yeah, I did it every night. When they did the wobble at Planet Hollywood, I went out and did the fucking wobble.
No.
I sure did.
And that's what I've done for my country.
Because we didn't have
never.
Back in my day, we didn't have TikTok challenges. You had to do it on the floor of Planet Hollywood to be seen and get clout.
Yeah. Okay, who's next? Adam, Casey, Jeff?
I'll go.
Okay, Case. This is your time to go off.
Okay. I feel like I've talked about this before, but if you back into parking spots on a normal basis, I don't like you. I think that you're pretentious. Where are you having to go so quickly that you need to back in so that you're ready to leave? It's so obnoxious. It makes me like exceedingly angry to just park next to a car that has been backed in. And the worst part is when someone backs in poorly. And so it's like, so now I'm going to park right next to you, and our doors are going to be right next to each other, both driver's side doors, because you are parked on the line, girly.
And they'll be mad at you.
And they're going to be mad at me. And so you know what I did was I did the most like the thing that is petty but does not cause any damage is you move their mirror, their side mirror. You flip it in because it's like, I want you to know that you're parked too close. You're parked over this line, basically, girly.
You made contact with that car.
Wow.
I just touched it with my hands, though. And because I'm like, I want you to know that you should not park like this. And yeah, if you're backing in because you like have to like unload stuff, understand it. But if your car is always backed into a parking spot, I don't like you.
Did you touch the mirror before or after the bins?
Yeah, did you get your Benny hand all over that car?
Benny little hand.
Benny little hand. It was before, but
I'm covered in bin.
I'll go back out there with the puppet.
Like, hey, what gives?
You gotta have that ready in the car.
Chop.
You gotta have that ready in the car, and then you need to be
a
waiting
car
for them
lamb
to come
chop.
back.
Yeah. Maybe
You're
I'll
like
just
ducked down in your car, and when they come out, it just comes up.
Casey, your hand is so small you can barely like move the puppet's hands like correctly.
Yeah.
You have such little baby hands.
This might need to be a special video episode. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we'll post the video on Spotify so people can tune in. Or go to YouTube, girls.
Go to
YouTube.
YouTube. It's on
YouTube.
Come on.
YouTube.
Watch the ad. Come on. Give us a
If
penny.
you're not
My
watching
God.
on YouTube, you're only getting
half the story.
For sure.
Okay, Jeff, Adam.
I can go.
Okay, Jeff, it's time to go off.
So I think I'm done with TJ Maxx and the vertical of stores that are involved. Because I don't go to TJ Maxx or Marshalls often, but I went to 4 TJ Maxx or Marshalls in one day this last week, all because of some stupid Barbie cowboy shirt that went viral on TikTok that Casey and Brandon put in the chat, and it was like, we gotta have it moment. So what did I do? The next day, I had an alert go off on my watch that told me it's 10 o'clock, they're open, go get the shirt. So I go to the TJ Maxx that I know of, and of course, you don't know where anything is in a TJ Maxx because there's no organization really.
No.
So this shirt could be in juniors, women's, or men's.
Or young men's.
Or young men's. So I go in that order basically. Juniors, nothing. So I start finding other variations of Barbie shirts.
Her video. Hide Casey's video. I'm about to sneeze watching this video.
The cat is being brushed right now. Pup is being brushed. So anyway, so I end up purchasing things that I had no intention of purchasing. Brandon now has a pink Barbie crop top. We do have a cute Snoopy shirt that was found at one of the locations. But Cowboy Barbie, one TJ Maxx.
Nowhere to be found.
Drive 10 minutes north to the second TJ Maxx. It's only 10 minutes. I'm already in the car. What's the big deal? Nothing. And the most terrifying part of the second TJ Maxx is there were 2 couples that I saw in the second TJ Maxx who were at the first TJ Maxx when I was there.
So you think they probably also were looking for it?
They weren't in that section. They were in like the home goods area.
Looking for
but just the fact that
they were looking for some Ray Dunn. Is what they were looking for.
Ray Dunn. One actually saw one of them, and they were buying like the fake potted plants and like little decorative rocks.
They were shopping for their wedding reception.
It's possible.
100%.
100%. Yeah. So then it becomes. Okay, so I've struck out at TJ Maxx. Marshalls is similar, right? So maybe I need to go to Marshalls now. So I go to the Easy Marshalls by our house. Nothing, but I did find a racer Barbie shirt that looks a little bit like RuPaul's Drag Race season 1 or 2 kind of art. That was in the men's section. So another thing, Marshalls has a very more extensive young men's section. So it was in that section. They had lots of t-shirts, threadless, if you remember the threadless era. Sure. If you need a threadless shirt, go to Marshalls. They got them.
I'm okay.
But then I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm content with this. I go home. Hours pass, and I'm like, I just got to go to the other market.
Oh my God.
I have to know. I have to complete this conquest. So hours later, I get back in the car. I drive 15 minutes to another Marshalls. They don't have a single Barbie shirt in that Marshalls. I'm done.
Marshalls had none. The search for Barbie continues.
Well, okay. So all this, Casey's like, we got to go. Casey went to one store.
I was having a day that if you were in my text threads that day, I was having a day.
That's true. You get a little pass for that. There was a lot going on, but
honestly, it's like if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and if it's not,
it's not.
Who are you to ask fate?
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing, if you want to go back to like 2000 pandemic era and buy some Peloton weights, if you really wanted those Peloton weights back then, and you don't want to pay the $135, they're $25 or less at Marshalls. So go get your Peloton weights.
Deals and steals at Marshalls.
Sure.
Marshalls, where we gotta go next.
Marshalls,
Burlington.
We went to Burlington.
Absolutely not.
I am never stepping a foot into. You think Marshalls and TJ Maxx is badly organized? That Burlington they got nothing on the Burlington.
That's a very Delta moment.
It's a very.
We went there off some other thing that this is what our group chat basically is. We were searching for shit, and that we got nothing.
That was a Disney Parks merchandise hunt. Mm-hmm. Also inspired by flipping in Casey, but also Casey, Delta actually mentioned Burlington recently and said she doesn't go there anymore because it's so bad now.
And you can't go if Mother doesn't want to go.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Anti-Delta.
Just for another plug for the video episode, Adam's face during all of this.
He is.
I'm just formulating my go off, which is about the three of you, honestly.
Okay, Adam, it's time to go off.
Enough. Enough. Stop. You have enough things. You don't need more things. This is... I feel... Listen, it's important to experience joy. And when you're in your 30s, like all of us are, you get it where you can get it. And I get it. So, live your life. But also, at what point when you're at your fourth Marshall/TJ Maxx of the day, do you stop and look at yourself and say, what am I doing? What are we doing today? And I just really want you to maybe think.
Last week Casey went on that hunt for a Barbie, but trust me, we've been there.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, the Barbies were at a Target. I'll take a few Target trips over a limited edition Barbie doll. When you're on your second hour of binning, on weekend 7 of binning, I just really think we need to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, is this what we've come to?
I don't know. Have you seen the Cowboy Barbie shirt?
Anyway, RJ and I dropped approximately $1,500 on K-pop tickets in the past week, so I'm also losing my mind.
Nothing to say.
I'm also losing my mind.
You know what?
But mine's a tax write-off, honey, because we're content creators.
Hey, that's what
I learned from the best right here. Lamb chop herself.
Hey, we've got thrifted stuff in this house that we just brought out here that will be tax write-offs.
So there you go.
We have a porcelain
because of the Airbnb.
Porcelain. What do you call it? Like a cow money bank or whatever.
It's a cattle piggy bank.
Cattle piggy bank. Yeah.
I think it would be very ironically funny. I'm not saying you should do this, but it would be very funny if you did have an Airbnb in Marfa, which is like obviously supposed to be like very artsy fartsy whatever, but everything is Ray done. The towels say towel. The spoons say spoon. Every single thing is labeled.
There's probably a couple houses out here that look like that. They don't.
There's a couple
doubt that don't. They don't really fit our style. But I found that.
That's fun. What is
cute.
that? Is that
It's a little piggy
ceramic?
bank.
Go and get the little RV.
Baby, get the shoes. Baby, get the shoes.
Get the RV behind you. Get the RV behind you.
Oh, he said, "Wait 1 moment."
Not the tumbleweed on the corner.
But wait.
Transformer.
Open it. Oh yeah, it says don't open. It's actually like a perfume or like a fragrance bottle.
Oh, my grandma used to have she used to have a ton of like perfume.
You're muted.
Oh,
Jeff, you're on mute. If you could
unmute, Jeff, this is a real 2020 Zoom moment. If you could take yourself off mute.
All right. It is a men's fragrance from Avon.
Yes, my
but
grandma
it's like a
had,
Winnebago?
Yeah, it's a Winnebago.
My
the
grandma
top
had
comes off.
so many perfume bottles that were things like that.
Did she have the Small World doll fragrance collection?
I don't think so.
You know what my mom had?
You know what my mom's fragrance of choice was?
What?
Hold on, I'm looking it up. Sorry. Hold on.
I'll just say while Adam's Googling over there, the chat in the show has never been so quiet. So I think
I know
so
the
sorry.
girls are like, man, I
sorry.
can't. The depression from these.
Man, they should just go back to playing Animal Crossing.
Oh my god! Or then jumping in bins.
My sister Oh.
The 1990s Liz Claiborne triangle bottles of fragrance.
Those are cool.
Liz Claiborne. That's big.
Those are nice.
Big mom perfume.
Big mom energy.
Get the off the
It was
screen.
that next to her curling iron that was plugged in next to her hairspray. I mean, ready to go.
Ready.
Business woman.
Never left the house without her hair done.
Correct.
Absolutely not.
Correct.
That's what I learned from my grandmother.
We can tell.
My sister found this Chucky for me, but he's missing a nose.
Oh,
I don't. Casey,
Wait,
do you
Casey,
really,
does that mean
do
you
you
got
like
two?
new Chucky?
you have two Charles.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Charlies? You have two
Charlies.
Charlies?
There's more that we haven't seen, obviously.
Yeah, clearly.
You
Charlie
prefer.
one,
You
Charlie
prefer.
two.
I don't. Whoa, you gotta get rid of the
It's
one without a nose.
like short
It's really
it's
weird.
like-
I hate it.
It's like Short Circuit. Johnny 5.
Something
Charles
about
1, Charles 2.
Something about him without a nose really makes him look like a rat. I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
More than
Is
a
it
mouse.
supposed to be Charles, or is it like supposed to be someone different?
No, it's
No,
Charles.
he's just missing the nose.
missing the nose, and he looks
Got
completely
it.
different. He
Yeah.
looks like he's in pain. Like he wants to be.
Put euthanized?
Yeah. I gotta go to the bins and find another plushie to
You
find the nose.
You don't.
Wait, Casey, I have to know. You can't seriously prefer new Charles to old Charles.
No, absolutely not. But I mean,
Okay, I
like,
But
I
how
wanted to-
much old Charles are we getting? You know, we take
No,
what
I
we can
understand.
get.
I understand you take what you can get. I just want to be sure that we're not.
I need a
living
side by
in
side
some-
because I can't picture it.
Current Charles is skater energy.
That's old. Yes,
Old
The
Charles
old Charles
is that,
looks
and
like
sometimes with a top hat. If
Yeah.
you go
Yeah.
back far enough,
Old
He's
Charles
got
Yeah,
look.
old-
tucks and tails.
old
I got him.
Charles.
I got him.
Charles. Yeah.
I think there's gonna be a full trailer for
New Charles just feels CGI.
Five Nights at Freddy's this week. That's what I heard.
Oh.
Shut up.
Do you care about Five Nights at Freddy's, Casey?
No, it's like
No.
no, it's a little too straight.
Is that part of
What's
the
your
Chuck? Is that part of the Charles verse?
No, it's like spooky dooky.
It's spooky, but it
It's
takes place in
spooky.
like a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, like
That's
a
like the bit.
abandoned.
They like come to life.
Yeah. Freddy
animatronics.
what's it called? Like Freddy Fazoli or something?
Oh, Fazoli's.
Fazoli's. I was the boys live right by a Fazoli.
And we will never go.
You gotta just get the bread stick.
No, absolutely
Just
not.
get the
Absolutely.
bread
No,
You gotta draw the
I-
line somewhere.
you go, oh, it's
And it's not the fourth Marshalls? That's not where you're drawing the line?
The fourth Marshalls is the line. It's over.
Okay.
at the 4.
If Brandon wants it bad enough, he'll buy it on eBay. It'll just show up one day anyway. So
Mm.
And the tip I got from my
Right.
niece.
I'm sorry,
Drag
is that
me.
a literal tumbleweed behind you?
Yeah.
that's correct. There's also a tumbleweed light fixture right up there.
Oh, I thought it was like a
A
shadow
soak.
this whole time, and then for a second I was like, oh no, like the paint is like scratched off the wall, and then I was like, oh no, it's the Southwest. It's theme.
It's sitting on the floor. Yeah.
Theme, we love theme.
It's a design choice.
Great.
Okay, we gotta wrap this up. Remember
And
when I
it's
texted?
labeled. It's Ray Dunn labeled.
It says
I texted
tumbleweed
before
on
the
it.
episode.
Tumbleweed.
I was
with a
like,
big
no
long
90-minute
letter.
episode today, and
I
girl,
don't
who
know.
knew?
If it's Jeff's, it probably says tumblerweed.
Before we go,
But
there was a comment on the YouTube video last week saying that Detroit is great. So shout out to the Detroit airport.
Shout out to Detroit. Give
and
some
then-
love to your local Detroit.
And then we have a review here today that Adam will read.
This is from Abby M. 5 stars, says my new comfort podcast. I bake bread at 4 a.m. for my job, and I hope to God
And
it's
I
not
hope
at
it's
Subway,
not
girl.
I hope it's Jimmy John's, girl.
I break bread at 4 a.m. for my job,
I
and right
break
after
bread
I break bread.
to my church every morning at 4 a.m.
I bake bread at 4 a.m. for my job, and right after I turn on the ovens, I start listening to the podcast. You guys are so after all the kneading, after all the kneading and the rising and the proofing. You guys are so funny and lovely. You help me get through my morning shift and the drive home because our episodes are too long now. It all feels less lonely, and I'm spending time with friends. I'm only sad that I've caught up on the pod. What do I do? Parentheses, but I've never listen to Resident Services, so maybe now's the time to start.
Hey.
LOL.
Yeah.
Now's the time to learn about Project Brofina. Now is the time. Now is the best time of your life.
Yeah. If you just want to hear us,
That was for Freelac.
do some Resident Services. Maybe even go deep cut. Listen to the D pods with Miranda and Casey episodes. Listen to Single Rider with episodes with us.
D podcast with us.
While it's still available, because
Austin,
Casey at some point is going to remove Single Rider from the internet.
It never happens.
Scrubbed.
She's got to scrub it before she gets sued.
I'm so
All names have been changed
Get
to
on.
protect the innocent.
I'm so sad we never made it on Single Rider. We should just come do an episode with you for a farewell, and then
We should do a Single Rider takeover. So like 1 week we'll run the show.
Everyone shares their best shitty date story.
Yeah.
RJ, you wouldn't have one, obviously, because I've given you such joy in life.
Yeah,
But-
same for Jeff.
Sure.
Great.
Well, if you've written us a review, so Abby, DM us on Instagram and we'll send you your very own. I was about to say Resident Services. If you start listening to Resident Services, maybe we'll send you a sticker there too. I'm sure we still have
We
some.
won't.
Did you read the pod? Whoever's running that needs to check their DMs before some stories expire that you were tagged in.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know
Hippie
what
Blue
you're talking
got a sticker. Let's just say that.
about. Huh?
Oh, it landed. It got to Tokyo.
Hippie Blue has the sticker in Disney Sea.
What are we talking? What are we even
We sent one
talking
to
about?
Diana.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
friend of the pod, follower of all of us now.
Yes. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, we are mutuals.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, we missed yesterday's stories.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell
Well.
her. I was traveling. Okay.
Ask her to repost. She'll take care of
Yeah,
it. Don't
okay.
worry. Or send to you some screenshots.
Anyway, thank you everyone. Thank you Austin office once again. I'm so sorry we're gonna have to close the Austin office now that Miranda's
We got
come back.
layoffs.
So we got layoffs.
Yeah.
Layoffs
Sorry.
already.
Due to unprecedented
Our
times.
funding just kind of like disappeared from the bins. So
Yeah, people have been
Yeah.
spending too much money at
Versus-
Marshalls in the bins.
yeah. So we're gonna have to make some tough decisions.
We'll work overtime. We'll make this happen.
Yeah.
I'll do it for service hours.
Yeah. We'll see you on
Practicum.
club level. We'll see you on
Yeah.
club level.
All right. Thank you, everyone. And don't forget to read the group chat.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.